these central bank digital currencies, as I said, they're not an invention from governments and central banks. In fact, they're inspired by other digital currencies like Bitcoin being the original one, and other altcoins that have been created after that. In reality, they are more similar to other altcoins such as Ethereum or others that simply allow the addition of programming that allows you to add functionalities to them, whereas Bitcoin is only there for these monetary transfers. Bitcoin is a payment network, right? Where there's think of it as a log of transactions, a transaction that I can do to you. The Bitcoin network will take some information, so my address, your address, the amount of Bitcoin that I'm sending to you, and with this information, it's gonna create a hash. It just goes through a simple hashing algorithm that makes a code out of this information, and this is added to this log. Whatever amounts that happen within these 10 minutes, basically is considered a block, and there will be miners, so computers that are connected to the network to verify these transactions. So they're just going to be there ready to confirm that I do have this Bitcoin, and yes, I can send it to you, and that after that, I no longer have this Bitcoin, and you have the Bitcoin. So very simple kind of work. But all of these computers are connected to the network, and they're in competition, fighting for who confirms the block. Because whoever confirms the block and verifies these transactions will be rewarded in Bitcoin from two sources. There'll be a transaction cost. Simply, if I send you Bitcoin, then I pay a certain fee to the network. This fee will be redistributed to miners. And also, right now, there is an emission of new Bitcoin. So today, it's at 6.25 Bitcoins per block. And if I, as a miner, am able to confirm this block, I will receive 6.25 Bitcoin. It won't happen every time because there's a big competition of miners. 6.25 Bitcoin per block every 10 minutes. That's quite a bit, especially if you think of the price of Bitcoin today. Bitcoin is built in a way, there's an entire incentive scheme that has been thought out by the creator of Bitcoin that goes all the way to the year 2140 or so. Which is that the amount of Bitcoins that are produced will be divided every 4 years by 2. So if I'm a miner, today I make 6.25 Bitcoin per block that I confirm. 4 years from now, after the next halving, it'll be half that. So 3.12 Bitcoin. This is an incentive for people to be as efficient as possible when running their Bitcoin mining business, and also an incentive for the price to stay above a certain level, because a miner simply will either run out of business if the price is too low, or will decide not to sell his Bitcoin because he's not covering for his operating expenses.